North Korea represents a unique economic phenomenon of the modern world, where market relations exist in an extremely distorted and limited form under the total control of the state. In this country, one of the most repressive systems of bans on goods and services operates, dictating literally every aspect of citizens' consumer lives. What people in free countries take for everyday purchases in North Korea can be a reason for arrest, imprisonment, or even the death penalty. The regime tightly controls not only the production and distribution of goods, but also access to information about the existence of certain products and technologies. The list of items forbidden to purchase is so extensive and absurd that it is easier to list the few things citizens are legally allowed to buy. Over decades of isolation, a system of prohibitions has formed that reflects the regime's paranoid fear of any external influence on the population. Foreign currency is categorically forbidden for ordinary North Koreans to use. Possessing dollars or other hard currencies is a criminal offense. Until the 2000s, citizens could be executed for holding United States dollars, which were regarded as a tool of imperialist propaganda and economic warfare. Today, punishments are less severe, but arrest and confiscation of property are guaranteed for anyone caught with foreign money without special permission. Exchange bureau exist only for foreign tourists and diplomats. Access for the local population is strictly forbidden and carefully monitored by the security services. Even North Koreans working abroad who receive wages are obliged to hand over all currency to the state in exchange for local one at an unfavorable rate. A shadow currency market exists, but transactions are carried out at enormous risk, with intermediaries demanding large commissions for converting forbidden money. Any foreign literature is under the strictest ban. Owning books from capitalist countries is equated with treason and counter-revolutionary activity. Even works of classical literature from South Korea, Japan, or Western countries cannot be legally bought, read, or kept in North Korean homes. Special counter-propaganda units conduct regular searches of homes for banned books, using information from neighbors and secret informers across the country. Punishment for possessing a foreign book ranges from several months of corrective labor to 10 years in camps, depending on the book's content. Especially harsh sentences are handed down for religious literature, including the Bible, the Quran, and Buddhist texts, which the regime regards as dangerous ideological contagion. Even textbooks and scientific literature from abroad are available only to specially selected students and scholars in closed libraries under strict supervision. South Korean films, series, and music recordings are contraband of the highest danger category, for the distribution of which the death penalty by public execution is prescribed. The regime panically fears the influence of South Korean pop culture, which shows citizens the existence of a completely different way of life on the neighboring territory of the Korean peninsula. Despite draconian punishments, USB flash drives and DVDs with South Korean content are secretly smuggled across the Chinese border and sold on the black market. The price of such media can reach a month's wages of the average North Korean, but demand remains high, especially among youth and residents of border areas. The authorities use special detectors to check computers and phones for banned content during sudden raids and at checkpoints. Even watching such content alone at home is a crime that can punish not only the viewer, but the entire family. Modern smartphones with internet access are categorically forbidden for ordinary citizens to buy or use. Only primitive, locally made mobile phones are permitted. These devices operate on a closed network with no access to the global web, allowing only calls and text messages that are monitored by the security services around the clock. Imported smartphones are confiscated at the border, even from tourists. They are forced to deposit their phones for the entire duration of their stay in the country. North Koreans working abroad are not allowed to bring modern phones home. Any attempt to smuggle an iPhone or a Samsung ends in confiscation and interrogation. A shadow market for smuggled Chinese smartphones exists in border areas, but their owners risk being sent to labor camps for 5 to 10 years. The authorities regularly conduct operations to detect illegal phones, using special equipment to track signals from foreign networks and devices. Access to the real internet is completely closed to the population of North Korea. There exists only the internal Kwangmyong network, with several thousand carefully selected propaganda sites. Buying a connection to the global network is impossible at any price. It is a privilege only of the highest party elite and specially chosen hacker specialists. Even attempting to access the global internet via satellite communication is punished as treason with the maximum sentence up to execution. In border areas, some residents pick up signals from Chinese mobile operators, but this is extremely dangerous. The security services constantly patrol the border with detectors. Internet information is considered an ideological weapon capable of destroying citizens' belief in the superiority of the North Korean system over the capitalist world. Even mentioning in conversation that someone has seen the real internet can lead to arrests and long prison sentences for all involved. Fashionable Western clothing and accessories are forbidden by dress laws that prescribe citizens to wear only traditional or regime-approved styles. Jeans were long banned as a symbol of American imperialism. Today they may be worn, but only in dark colors and without decorative elements. Bright clothing, t-shirts with English inscriptions, short skirts and dresses are regarded as signs of moral decay and Western influence on the youth. The morality police regularly patrol the streets, stop people, and check skirt lengths, hairstyles, and compliance of clothing with the prescribed standards of decency in North Korean society. Women are forbidden to wear trousers at official events. Men are required to have short haircuts from an approved list of party-sanctioned styles. Imported branded clothing is available only in special shops for the elite. Ordinary citizens who buy such items risk being accused of imitation.